Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to cover how you can accomplish the stacked text effect using Carbide Create. The stacked text effect involves multiple pieces of text overlapping and cut to different depths. I've opened Carbide Create and created a new workspace 16 inches wide by 6 inches tall and 3/4 of an inch deep. I've also set my grid spacing to 1/4 of an inch. I'll begin by creating a rectangle to surround the project. Next, I'll add a text layer for my background. In this case, I'm choosing to make large text for a last name. Finally, I'll add smaller text to be the top layer. Having created these three vectors, we can now align them to the center of the piece by selecting all the vectors, choosing alignment tools, setting our reference to stock, and choosing to align the centers of all the objects. Just as in my last video, we'll now use Boolean Operations to create and bind shapes that we can use to define our profile cuts. We'll start by clicking on the top layer, using the Ctrl-C shortcut to copy the element, and then we'll zoom in, click on the original element, note its location at 8 inches by 3 inches, select our new element, and reset its coordinates to that same 8 by 3. You can now see that the two duplicated text layers are overlapping each other perfectly. Our deepest profile cut has to avoid cutting letters from either layer, so keeping one of our duplicated layers selected and using Control to select our background text layer, we'll now perform a Boolean Union operation. Once again, the results are often not immediately noticeable, but if I move the top layer text out of the way, you can see we now have a single bottom layer where the letters in Smith have been unioned with the letters in John. You can also see that this union has left us with several disjointed shapes. We'll select all of those shapes and choose the Group Selection tool so that we can operate on these as a single object. As a final step, we'll use the Move tool to place the top layer text that we moved out of the way back on top. We're now ready for toolpathing. Selecting our combined lower text and our outer frame, we'll go to Toolpathing, Contour, Pocket. This will be our deepest cut, so we'll cut this to 1/2 an inch. And if we preview the results, looking at the preview result, you can see it is pocketed around both layers of text. To create our final layered effect, we should consider that our text is now all at the original height of our project. To lower only the background text, we simply need to create a pocket between our upper text and our outer frame. Creating a pocket operation to 1/4 of an inch, and then previewing the results. We now have a background, lower level text, and upper level text all stacked on each other. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you found it useful. If you'd like to see more of this type of content, please consider liking the video or subscribing to my channel. If you have ideas for other videos you'd like to see covered in one of my practical CNC videos, please leave me a comment below.